Yo, what's up guys? Ninjanick333 here. Back with another episode, another round of the Kirwan's Game Store League Cup Celestial Storm Quarter 1 fun times before Philly format where everybody didn't know what cards were good and what cards were not. Um, I am on the right with Rayvolt. Because that's it's the most straightforward deck that I don't have to I don't have to think when I play it. So that's why I chose it. And on the left we have this dude uh, with the powerful Zoroark, Lycanroc, Weavile. This is like literally the day everybody found out Weavile was good. Because a whole bunch of day 2 spots at some other like European regional or something or special event or whatever said like pretty much almost all the top 32 was just all like Weavile and Garbodor with the Buzzwoles and the Shrines and stuff. So everybody decided to play Weavile for this tournament. Every single one of my friends, like I swear, like 10 people, uh, they all took Weavile, and I'm playing Rayvolt because I didn't want to find my Weaviles, and didn't want to play a deck that required thought and skill, uh, uh, without any testing at all. So I decided I was going to play Rayvolt that I had practice with and doesn't take much thought to play at all. So as you can see, I almost go to draw a card, but I'm like, wait a minute, that's right. I lose coin flips, so he goes first. And he puts a rock ruff down. I'm like, okay, I can beat that. No problem whatsoever. I'm gonna do Rayquaza things and it's gonna be a good time. And he Ultra Balls. Looks like a way to judge and maybe a rescue stretcher or something. He's going to search his deck for, looks like another Zorua. I'm holding it and you can't really see it right now, but I have a ridiculously baller hand. Like, it's probably the best hand I've ever. Well, I don't know. It could be better. It could be way better, but it's pretty decent. Um, uh, I should say pretty decent if he's not playing Weavile. He is taking a ridiculously long time to search his deck, because generally anytime I play against anybody in the tournament, they take forever. So to make any decision, and I go to time, and then I cry. I always like tie or lose my win-ins because my opponent just plays slow. So he goes. He was checking. It's his first deck search, so I always I'm pretty fair with that. So he was probably just checking prizes and stuff. So that's whatever. But still, like that was still kind of excessive for checking prizes. And then he lilies to draw until he has 8 cards in his hand and puts down a unit energy. So now you can see my face right now. I saw that unit energy and I'm like, oh my god, he plays Weavile. Like, I just made that connection right then and there. I'm like, you son of a gun. I'm like, you play Weavile and you probably play Baby Lele too, because you're a jerk. But so I benched the grub dude, and I attach energy to my big Ray dude, and I'm thinking about how I want to play this hand, because there's a couple different ways I could go with it. I choose the Volkner route, which probably was the best play, honestly. I think I had another supporter or something that I could have played, like a Cynthia or something, but I'm just Volknering for the Nest Ball because my hand, I'm going second, so I can Tempest this turn, and my hand otherwise is like discardable. But this is the thing that kills me, is I bench 2 Rays. Now, not using the ability is fine, because you don't want to mill out and discard all your good cards, as I would have had I used the ability, because as you'll see in this hand, I have some good stuff, if you can see it, but I'm going to probably try to hide it from you. Yeah, it's really hard to see at this angle. but I have a whole bunch of cards in my hand, 10 cards. So it's like if I discarded those, I'd lose them. I would have to rescue Stretcher later. So I didn't. So I decided to put them in play. I think I should have discarded at least one of them, possibly both of them, honestly. Like, I really think I should have discarded both of them in hindsight, because I know Weavile's coming, but I didn't really think it was going to be as much of a threat as it was. I mean, like, with a Choice Band, it's already taken a knockout, right? So, and then that's without me putting a Vikavolt in play. And so knowing that I was going to put two Vikavolt into play, I probably should have just discarded them both and hoped to draw into, like, my Circuitry that I'm playing. I'm playing a 1-of Circuitry. So here he goes. He Timer Balls, hits double heads, and I'm like, please, for the love of God, do not get Lycanroc, because you're going to bring up a Grubbin, and I'm not going to be able to double Rare Candy, double Vikavolt, because I have it in my hand. I double Rare Candy, double Vikavolt. So, and he doesn't get the thing, so I'm like, okay, but he might still trade into it, and then he'll do it, and then I'll be sad and cry, right? So here he goes, and he's trading again, right? I think he's traded once or twice now. I don't know. I might have missed the first one. I think he traded twice now. And he's considering putting Tapu Lele down. He will if he wants to get a supporter. Please make a decision. Okay, so here comes the Tapu Lele, Wonder Tagging. And I'm like, oh no, he's gonna get a Guzma, and he's gonna bring up a Grubbin and knock it out. It's like I need both of these Grubbins in play, so bad. Because you really need to Energy Accelerate against Zoroark because of the 210, especially if I'm not using the Stormy Winds, as I chose not to do, because Stormy Winds is a bad ability that makes you lose games. Because you just mill out all your Energy Recyclers and your Vikavolts and your Rare Candies, and you lose. So here he goes. Again, taking more than 10 seconds per action. To search his deck. Can't possibly be that many. Like, if you bench Lele, you already know what you're going for, right? So, okay, so it looks like you got Apricorn Maker for double Nest Ball. Apricorn Maker is a pretty mediocre card in my opinion. And, oh, here comes those Sneasels. So, as you can see there, because I have, I'm gonna have 250 damage worth of abilities in play next turn. So, that's a thing. So here he goes, and he attaches a DCE, and I'm like, sweet, he didn't get the Rockruff, the Lycanroc, so he's not gonna bring up my, my Wimpod, right? And then no, he plays the Lycanroc, and I'm like, oh no, there goes the Wimpod, and the Grubbin. I'm like, no, not the Grubbin, and then he just brings up another Rayquaza. Like, why would you even put that down? Why wouldn't you just hold the Lycanroc until I get a Vikavolt out, so that then you can Claw Slash it? But, you know, you do you, man. So here we go, double Rare Candy, double Vikavolt, raw. I didn't even have to Vulcaner, I didn't have to Ultra Ball, nothing. I Tempest into both of them. So now I'm really thinking hard, because I have 250 worth of damage in play, so I want to Guzma up one of those Sneasel and knock it out, like, right now. Because otherwise we're just going to straight up lose. So I'm thinking about ways that I can pull off some nutty cuckoo-ness. Especially since 3, 6, 9... I'm hitting like 150 if I do both strong charges. And it doesn't look like I have another energy in my hand. I could Vulcaner and do 180. I think I would be short though. Because 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I would be doing 180. And I don't play Choice Band. So... Oh well. So here we go. Lele, grab the Guzma. Say about how I'm going to go back in. I'm going to Guzma up one of those Sneasel, because they are a threat. I'm going to make sure I can do everything in my power to make sure those are off the board. I do not want a Weavile coming down the next turn. So then we Strong Charge once and Strong Charge twice. I choose not to put any energy on the one that's the Rayquaza that's damaged already, because of the fact that it has so much damage on it already. I'd rather him try to set up the Weavile to knock it out, and then like not have any sort of response. And then here we go. I just knock out the Weavile. Judging by the fact that he puts his Zoroark up, there's no respawned KO with a Weavile at this moment, but he does have 2 trades, so it's highly possible that he could do it. And I'm also kind of hoping he plays like a 2-1 line or something, and that he doesn't get another Weavile or the Rescue Stretcher. Hoping he's playing 1 Rescue Stretcher. Just because there's just not a lot of room to add a Weavile line into a Zoroark deck without sacrificing like super essential things like weakness policies and devoured fields and Kukuis and stuff, you know. So, and here we see a Mallow. So we know he's getting unit energy. Weavile. He's going to trade into it. He's going to retreat. He's going to bop me. And I'm going to cry. 100% that's what he went for. Pretty sure he played the Mallow without trading first. You always trade first, because you could have gotten 1 or 2 of the pieces off of the first trade. So then when you do the second trade, you could double up on them accidentally. You could have gone for like essentially a 3rd card with the Mallow. But, you know, whatever. Do it first if you want it. Suboptimal. And there it is. Yep. And a Rescue Stretcher. Probably going to bring back that other Sneasel. I'm pretty sure that's what he does. Yep. Yep, he's just going to try to roll through me with Sneasels and Weaviles there. Yep. Good time is good. So here we go. Hard Retreat. And I'm like, why would you Hard Retreat to DCE, man? That's just rude. And then he's going to blow me up for... oh, I put Lele in play too. So now it's 1... And now it's 300. He hit me for 300 with a Weavile. Like, what do I do? Like, this matchup is so god darn awful for me. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. This is the kind of... So, like, I'll do okay at regionals every time. I'll, like, usually just whiff a win in or something. But cups are super hard. Because, like, everybody in my area is, like, just as good as me. Or better. So I have to, and my deck choice, like, always just, like, poops out on me. So I always draw, like, ridiculously bad for no reason. Like the cup I went to today. Yeah. I went to a cup in Jersey. I drove 2 hours. Had to be there by 8:30. I had to wake up at, like, 5 to make sure I could get ready and everything. I go there. I go 0-3 drop. Because the Zoroark deck that I got 18th place in Philly with wouldn't draw the right cards in the right order. Even though I had multiple trades in play in every game. I lost to Dragonite GX. I lost to Ultra Necrozma Malamar. One that set up a Dawn Wings as its first attacker that I one-shot. Still lost to it. Wanna know why? Because he Beast Ringed, and he blew me up. But anyway, we put the Xurkitree down, because I'm assuming that he's playing only Special Energy. Since, you know, the unit, you just straight up replace the fighting with the unit in order to make this deck work. Like, that's what I would do. That makes sense. Probably not expecting Xurkitree as a card. I put Xurkitree down, strong charge it up. Looks like I'm playing Volkner to get another energy into play, essentially. And Energy Recycler, because I know, like, I have a lot of energy. I have some energy in my discard pile. I think maybe only the 3 from the Rayquaza, so I'm like, if something else gets knocked out, I'm going to want this Energy Recycler in my hand, so I'm just going to get it. Now I'm attaching to that Rayquaza, and I'm using a switch. So this is going to not only knock out the Weavile, but mill a card from the top of my opponent's deck, and he's never going to be able to attack this, because I'm assuming he only plays Special Energy. And I mill a DCE, just in case. So now he can't even, like, Guzma knockout, Rayquaza or something, because I just milled another DCE. So now he's down 2 DCE, because he retreated 1 and I milled 1. He's down 2 unit energy. So there's at most 4 more energy cards in his deck, 2 of each. So I'm like, okay, we can do this. We might be able to get there, boys. And then I would just, like, I guess play better the next game or something. I don't know. It's not that I played poorly. It's just, like, what are you going to do against Weavile with this deck? Like, I have no choice but to bench an ability. Because this is before everybody thought of Delmise. And honestly, I still think Circuitry is a better card than Delmise. I would rather play, because, like, the Buzzgarb Shrine deck plays almost exclusively basic energy. And you can just play around the 1 or 2 fighting that they play, and knock them out, and then just, like, run through house with Circuitry. But, so he does some tradings. I'm thinking, okay, he's got 2 trades in play, right? That's only 4 cards a turn. Maybe he can whip whatever he's looking for. I already knocked out 1 Weavile. I already saw a Rescue Stretcher to get back the Weavile. There's no puzzles, so there's probably no way that he can get back another Weavile. So he would have to get 1 more Weavile into play and 1 more unit energy, which is entirely possible. But he does this, and he gets this Weavile out. That's his last knockout of the game, because then nothing else. Well, that's not entirely true. He could, like, keep Guzmane, which is what I'm most worried about. So I'm assuming he's going to Guzma knock out the Rayquaza with all the energy on it. And then the next turn, he's going to try to Guzma knock out the Ray with damage on it, with a Riotous Beating. But milling that DCE makes it much more likely that he can whiff that, and I'm going to keep trying to mill him out more with the Circuitry, just to try to hit those DCs into the discard pile. Because really, that's my best hope at this point. And it's really annoying that he does get this Weavile into play too, because if he whiffed the Weavile this turn, I could just take a knockout on a Zoroark and go down to 2 prizes, and then just take another knockout on a Zoroark the next turn. Because he can't really target down these Vikavolts. Like, there's no point, like, having 2 in play. And then I see a basic fighting energy, so I know at this point he's not playing basic darkness, because I'm like, oh, he's probably playing 2 unit and 2 basic fighting or something. And we see a Dangerous Rogue. So I'm like, well, crap, he's down to 2 prizes now. I'm just slightly behind. There goes 3 of my energy cards. I have the energy recycler, so I can double strong charge again, so that's not that much of a problem. But I'm trying to do math in my head now. I'm forgetting what exactly, but I know that I'm assuming Weavile's not a threat now, because I'm like, he's probably playing 2 unit, 2 fighting. Or maybe 3 unit, 1 fighting, so there would be at most 1 unit energy left. But, like, the point to play the fighting is to get around Circuitry mostly, because nobody's playing Enhanced Hammer. So, I would assume he would play 2 to get a Dangerous Rogue off on a Circuitry. You know? So here's Energy Recycler. I'm going to put a bunch of energy back into my deck. Just going to immediately strong charge. Once, and again. Going to load up a Lele. I'm almost contemplating putting 1 on the Vikavolt, but it doesn't really do me much anything. I probably should have just loaded up. I don't know. It's because I really need to attack with this Rayquaza, which sucks. But I need to. I don't really know what my win condition is here, because that Rayquaza is just so. Like, I'm just going to keep loading up that Lele now at this point, and just hope that he doesn't put DCE on Lele himself and knock it out. Like, again, like, I'm super, like, far behind. There's just really not much anything I can do. And I mill him of Zora and do 100. I really wish Circuitry's attack was 210. So I'm gonna sit here, because it does have 200, and I can 2-shot that, and he puts a basic darkness down, and I'm just like, what kind of deck is this? How do you fit basic fighting and basic darkness and unit energies and Weaviles into this deck? Like, that's like, it's gotta be like the most inconsistent Zoroark ever, but you know, it works to beat Rayquaza by a lot, so I mean, I guess, you know, if it beats Rayquaza, like, he probably designed the deck specifically to beat Rayquaza, but if I had been designing it, I would have built it specifically to beat both Rayquaza and Buzzgarb Shrine, because that would be a bad matchup otherwise. So I'm much more a fan of the weakness policy version. With the Kukui, Devoured Field, Choice Band, Wombo combo in it. I almost considered playing that at my cup today, but I would actually have done worse with that, so. So we're shuffling, and I'm talking about the fact that it's really stupid that he plays Basic Darkness, and he's like, yeah, isn't it such a good idea to play Basic Darkness? And I'm just kind of like, I guess, because it worked. You can tell I'm still salty about this game. See, I'm just a person who values consistency. So when you just play a whole bunch of random stuff and just throw it together, it just uh, even if like the unit energy, like I, the unit energy works for everything, right? So just play unit energy. I understand that the basic ones don't get E-hammered, but if you're gonna play that kind of a deck anyway, you're just gonna take the loss to E-hammer and circuitry and move on with your life. Not anybody was even playing Circuitry until I put it in there either. Like, I don't think I ever saw a single deck list that was playing Circuitry, and I added it into there. Or no, maybe I did. Maybe I saw Jose Morero play it, and I got the idea from that. I don't remember. So I go first. I start grubbing, which is always your worst starter, because you can Rare Candy Vikavolt into it, and then it'll be active. So now I'm really digging for my one-up switch. I'm going to nest ball. I'm going to look through my deck to see kind of what's prized a little bit. I'm going to continue to look at my super dead hand that's absolutely unplayable in every way imaginable, because that's my luck. Again, you can see my luck right here. It's the same as the James Fay luck, except mine only activates during League Cups. League Challenges, oh, I have great luck. Oh, Regionals, I usually have pretty mediocre to decent luck. No. Cups? Oh my god, cups. Cups are horrible. TPCI really needs to change the tournament structure because, oh man. Oh man. Cups are just gross. You gotta go like 4-1 to make top 8 and then play 3 more rounds? Like, that's just gross. Just to get any amount of points? Like, come on. So I get into that grubbing. He asked me if I'm going back in, and I'm like, heck no. Nope. I don't have any way to do that. So I Guzma to bring up his Sneasel to play a card out of my hand, mind you. Put the Devoured Field down. Put a Lightning Energy on my Grubbin. Put a Rangaroo down and Instruct for 1, and it's another Guzma. Now this is really dirty. I wish he started Sneasel with Zoru on his bench, so when I did the Guzma to thin my hand of it, the Sneasel wouldn't be active, because he's gonna use the Sneasel's attack to discard my Lightning Energy. That's how bad my luck is at Cups. It's god-awful. I haven't won a single cup yet this quarter. I have 0 cup points. It's so bad. So here he goes. Puts the unit energy on it, so it's just free to use its attack. I can't knock it out on the next turn, even if I had a Rayquaza active. So, and also I think his attack only does special energy. I thought it was like just discard a special energy attached to your opponent's active, or just a special energy period. or just an energy from your opponent's active. Not any energy from anywhere your opponent has in play. That's gross. That's a really dirty attack. And here he goes, discarding a Deoxys, which I'm not even sure what it's for, with Ultra Ball. Not really sure what Deoxys does in this format, as Buzzwole is nowhere. It was at Philly Regionals, but it wasn't anywhere before that, and hasn't been there anywhere after that. Buzz GX, I mean, not the baby. If you're not playing Psychic Energies, basic, Deoxys just seems bad. Like, you should just play Malamar with the Deoxys in it, and that's good, because that'll beat Shrine. But otherwise, I don't really see a point in playing that card in the current meta. So, searching through his deck with Ultra Ball, taking forever again. And here's a Zoroark. Nice. All right. So he's just gonna have a whole bunch of trades going on second turn. That'll be great, right? So I'm pretty upset. Yep. And then this is where I don't realize what the attack does. Like, I thought it was just so I have to read it upside down. Because fun fact, I can read upside down. Not a lot of people can do that. But yeah, it is any energy. And I draw. I pass. And it's my opponent's turn. Yeah. So here he goes. He's getting the Zoroark army set up. There's one Zoroark. And he's going to Timer Ball. He's going to flip 0 heads. Because, whoo, I have to have some amount of luck in this match at some point, right? Gonna contemplate what card he's gonna play. Gets a Nest Ball. He's gonna search for a Rockruff. Probably because he knows I'm gonna Vikavolt to my bench if I can. And then he can bring it up and knock it out. So he's gonna do that. He's gonna DCE and he's gonna hard retreat. And he's gonna Riotous Beating for 80. So my opponent is not even drawing good either. But I'm drawing horrible. So I'm considering what I'm going to put up, because I like literally do not know what to do with my hand. And I love the faces I make during this match. Pay real close attention to my face up there. Because it is just hilarious, honestly. Like, all my expressions are just priceless. I've been memeing myself to everybody that I know. So I'll send it in group chats to everybody. I'll just be like, yo, look at my face here. So now I'm going to play Volkner, because I'm pretty sure that's what I top decked, because I need literally anything at this point. So I'm going to get a Lightning Energy, because Lightning Energy is a card that I could potentially use to attack with a Rangaroo. So yeah, I might attack with a Rangaroo. Oh god, this is so awful. This is just so gross to watch. Why am I doing this to myself? Why am I... Wow. So I'm going to get Ultra Ball, Lightning Energy. Then I'm going to play the Ultra Ball, discarding Rare Candy, Guzma, to give Vikavolt. Here comes the big brain plays, guys. And I'm going to Rare Candy Vikavolt. And I'm almost going to attach the Vikavolt. And then I'm just like, wait a minute, Oranguru has an attack. And those numbers could be somewhat relevant. So I'm doing the math, and I go, yeah, active. Let's go. And then I'm going to strong charge. And I'm going to strong charge those energies straight to that Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy loaded up. He's raring to go. So for those of you who do not know what Oranguru's attack does, it does for 3 colorless energy. It does 60 plus 20 for each energy your opponent has. So he's doing a clean 100 right now. 100. Not even enough to 2-shot. 100. And then I rescue stretcher back my Wimpod. Because literally all I got. I'm thinking maybe I can just make a Vikavolt army and just kind of swarm from there. Who knows? My hand is dead. It's just so bad. And I'm like really hoping there's something else I can do, but I can't. So I just do 100. And I pretty much got the same expression that I have literally today. Look at that. It's just so bad. It's just so bad. It's so bad. And I'm like, he's just gonna fill his bench and knock out this Oranguru, right? Like that's what's gonna happen. Like there's nothing else that could possibly happen right now. He can't possibly whiff the 2 Pokemon knockout, right? Like it just can't. It just can't. It can't happen. He can't whiff it. Cause if he whiffs it, I'm hitting him for 100 again, and then I'm putting that Grubbin up, strong charging to it, and hitting him for 20 and knocking him out. Like that's legit my game plan right now. My game plan is him whiff 2 Pokemon. Like, he can hit 1, that's fine. I don't want him hitting 2, because I don't want this Oranguru to get knocked out, because I want to hit him for 100 again. I want to put up the Grubbin, I want a strong charge to it, and I want to knock him out with Vice Grip for 20. I want 220 damage on that Zoroark. And I want to knock him out and take 2 prizes. And then he'll be down to 3 prizes, and I'll be down to 4. So he Ultra Balls. So there's 1 Pokemon. Odds are not looking good for me. He gets a Lele. He's going to Wonder Tag for a Lily. He has 0 cards in his hand. He's going to draw 6 cards. Is he going to get a Pokemon? Is he going to do it? Is he going to take my Pokemon and make him wish he was never born? Probably. Oh, no, he's going to Lily for 6. I almost thought he had a card in his hand. But, no. Full Lily for 6. Pretty good. Pretty good. Lily for 6 is good. Oh, and you see him move his bench Pokemon around, so you're like, oh, he got it. He's making room for another bench Pokemon. And he has to Ultra Ball for it, too. So he's actually spending quite a lot of resources Ultra Balling to try to get these Pokemon. But he does get it. So, feels bad. Feels bad. But now I'm thinking, if I get double Vikavolt into play, I can still knock him out. Cause like my game, like I just like I'm hanging in for you. I'm not accepting this loss at all. Like I'll take a tie at this point, sure, whatever. I'm not taking a loss. I will take a tie and I'll win my next round. I'll make top 8. Like I'm fine with that. I'm not taking a loss here. I'm gonna fight until I possibly cannot fight anymore. So here we go. We're gonna Ultra Ball away a Lightning and a Rescue Stretcher. Because we don't need that Oranguru back. We're going to Ultra Ball for what, Nick? What are we getting? I don't even remember. It's too long ago now. It's been like 3 weeks. Yeah, see, I literally have no idea. Oh, I was going for Xurkitree. I remember now. I was going for Xurkitree because I could hit him for 100, mill him, and then he could not hit me back. Because I think I have Switch in hand, actually. So I'm pretty sure I'm trying to go for Xurkitree, but he's prized, of course. Why wouldn't he be prized? So I go for the Rayquaza. And I'm just like quadruple checking right now. Yeah. So, and I'm going to strong charge to it. And he's like, you're not going to use the ability? And I'm like, no, ability's bad. I'm going to just mill things that I need. Although using the ability would have been really good right here, but like I just really don't like risking it with that ability. And I get a full Lily for 6, I'm just like hoping for another rare candy Vikavolt switch. Like that's 3 cards I need off of 6, which isn't very likely. And I'm pretty sure I see none of those. Because like the math of it is if I use the Stormy Winds or if I don't, it doesn't make a difference on whether or not I knock out that, because I know I'm going to whiff. So I knock out the Zoroark next turn either way, and if I were to mill the 3, I think I would have milled the Ultra Ball. Whatever was in the front of my hand, the way I drew it. The first three. Pretty sure. But, like, it would have been stuff I didn't want to lose. Although if I did get the Switch, I would have wished that I, Actually, you know what? I think I prized the Switch, too. I think I prized the Xurkitree and the Switch, because I was looking through my deck to see, before I grabbed the Rayquaza. I think I was looking to see if I had the Switch in there, so that it was possible to draw it off the Lily and risk it, and that's why I didn't use the ability. So here we go. He's doing Zoroark things with multiple Zoroarks in play now. And more Zoroark things. It's really hard to commentate this match, honestly. It's just so straightforward. Uh, plus it's just so gross. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what my game plan even is at this point. He is down to 4 prizes. I still have the full 6. He does have damage on that Zoroark. He's trying to think of what he possibly wants to do. I think if he were to, because he can't. Yeah, I think you attach there. I don't think, because he'd only be doing 100 with a Weavile right now, so that's not worth it yet. So don't put an energy down on it and make that a threat. Make the Rockruff the threat, because then I'll Guzma that thing instead, and if I have to get Lele to Guzma, you can just Choice Band knock me out. And then plus this threatens the Dangerous Rogue, so it's going to be hard for me to bench Pokemon, which means all my energy are going to be on these two, or another one if I bench it, which I have to, and here I Nest Ball. I think I'm getting another Rayquaza. I see no reason why not to. And I fail it. Because there's no Pokemon left in my... No, there's literally no Pokemon left in my deck. I think there's a Lele, but I'd rather just not Nest Ball that at this time. Although getting it wouldn't be bad. But, like, it wouldn't be bad. Like, if he didn't have a Sneasel on his bench, I would have gotten a Lele, if there was one in there. I don't remember if there really is or not. But here So I think I Strong Charged and Hard Attached. And now I Energy Recycler. Yeah, I specifically remember that. I misplayed. I should have played. I didn't realize I had as much energy in my discard as I did. So I should have Energy Recycled first and then Strong Charged, and then I would have one more energy in play. While over the grand scheme of the game, I don't think it's going to matter, but that was 100% a misplay. I just didn't realize I had prized as many energy as I did. I thought I had 4 energy in my discard and I had 5. And I didn't realize just how, let's see, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5. Yeah, so I prized 4 energy. Prized 4 energy? No, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right, prizing 4 energy, because I prized Xurkitree. I don't know. I prized at least 2 energy. And here he's trading. Oh, and I knocked out that Zoroark too, so. Oh yeah, I was at 6 prizes. Yeah, I prized 4 energy. I prized 4 energy Xurkitree Switch. That was my prizes. Four energy Xurkitree Switch. And I'm pretty sure all I pulled off my prizes was I might have gotten the Switch, but I know I got energy. Pretty sure. So he's just doing more Zoroark things, getting Zoroarks into play, trading. And there is the, and I'm really hoping he doesn't get Lycanroc DC, and there's Lycanroc DC, and he chooses not to bring me up, and there's the Guzma, and there I am shaking my head like, okay, I lost. Because if he didn't do that, and he just, like, ride a speedinged or something, I actually still had a chance to win, because one more strong charge would have actually let me one-shot a Zoroark. And then I would be down to 2 prizes. Or no, I guess I didn't prize the switch. But it's gone now, because I just Stormy Winds'd it. But I really need energy in play now that there's no Vikavolt, so I have to use Stormy Winds. I think I need one more. 3, 6, 9. No, I need 2 more. So I actually need to bench 2 more Rayquazas. And nope, don't make it. Just gonna hit it for a bunch. 3, 6, 9. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, that's right. That's the right amount of damage. 160. See, that Vikavolt really killed me because I could have one-shot it. And the Weavile still wouldn't be doing anything because I'm not overbenching. Mostly because I don't have a choice this game, honestly. But I also do get another Grubbin down, so that I can get a Vikavolt potentially at some point again in the future, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to try. I'm at 2 prizes, so it's like, I don't know. Whatever. So he's trading away cards that are completely dead, so that he can possibly try to do some things, some really dirty, gross things. And he's going to trade again. Yeah, so I'm just double checking what he discarded. And here's a choice band. And there's a Weavile, so he has 1 Weavile in play, definitely threatening. That means I basically cannot bench any more abilities, because then he choice bands and then I lose. Even though he put a choice band on his active, which honestly I don't know why he put the choice band on his active. Like, he can't GX me for a knockout with the choice band, and he can't claw slash me for a knockout with the choice band. So just why wouldn't you just do the 110 and just leave it at that? Save that choice band for the Weavile, because you know I'm not getting knocked out this turn, and I want to play another Vikavolt. So if I do, then I lose. So I really don't know why the choice band was there. Shouldn't be there. He should be holding on to that. I don't play Judge or anything. I don't play Marshadow, because Marshadow's a bad card. And here I go Vulcaner. I'm pretty sure I get a Vikavolt out. Yeah, I'm grabbing Rare Candy. Yeah, so I actually get another Vikavolt out. So he kills my Vikavolt, I get another one out in 2 turns. I just put a Grubbin down, and then the next turn I Vikavolt it. So you can see the actual consistency. Like, you know how bad I bricked in the beginning, right? And this is still a game. This is a legitimate game right now. So now what's going to happen is some real crazy shenanigans. Some really, really gross, crazy shenanigans. So I'm going to Strong Charge. I'm going to put an energy on the Rayquaza. And onto my active. Big brain plays here. And he's like, wow, I wonder why you're attaching to your active that has a ton of damage on it. And my boy Nick Moffat's looking on in the background. He's like, what are you doing? And he just walks away. And I'm like, is this even going to work? I don't even know. And then I hard attach to the active. And he's confused. And then I hard retreat it. And he's like, and I knock him out. So that actually keeps a bunch of energy in play. I also want energy. So I'm 1 hard attach away from doing things. And then there's all that stuff. So good game. I played it as perfectly as I could. I was trying to prevent that Weavile from doing anything. Yeah, I prized Circuitry. One of the last prizes. I don't remember if I had Guzma in that last hand, but if I had Guzma and he didn't get the energy to attack with Weavile or the Choice Band, I won. Even with that absolutely horrendous start. So had I just started like normally, like a normal hand, I would have won. Because I would have been ahead instead of him being ahead the whole game. But what are you going to do? Towards the end, I really started steamrolling, but it was already too late. So what are you going to do? Weavile is just too strong of a card, and that's kind of what we're talking about. So that's about it. I hope you and guys enjoyed the slaughter. I did not play Rayquaza at all after this day. I literally just like the next week we were in Philly. I literally dismantled that to build Buzzcarb Shrine. Tested that for like an hour. Said this deck is terrible, and then put it off to the side. So I literally just have a pile of Rayquaza cards right here in this deck box because I just never want to play that deck again. So yeah, fun times were had. If you guys enjoyed it, check out the other vids that are all way better. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time for the next round. I believe the next one is the final round of Swiss. I think it's gonna be Bulu again. I think Bulu Gang is gonna come back up on stream here, so we will show that. I think it's actually those two that are up there. AJ again, and then his girlfriend are gonna play, so that's cool. Bridget, she's really cool. They're both cool people. Fun times will be had. So yeah, now I'm just kind of sitting here depressed about how bad that game was. Not that I really played it poorly, except for that one little thing, but with the energy recycler. But game was gross. Game is gross. Format's gross. Game's gross. That's fine. It's whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed. See you for next round, I guess. Yeah, sure, whatever.